Good day. Today we'll be presenting an analysis of how effective waste management and recycling policies can improve social welfare in Johannesburg, particularly around the Robinson Deep landfill site. Poor urban waste management and subsequent environmental degradation are massive global challenges that pose significant threats to ecological stability and public health, especially in informal and underdeveloped settlements. Rapidly increasing urbanization and consumption is leading to the accumulation of waste that exceeds the globe's managerial capacity to handle efficiently. This is why cities and countries around the world are implementing waste recycling and management into their policies. These initiatives primarily aim to improve environmental sustainability and social welfare, especially the most disadvantaged individuals by creating employment opportunities while simultaneously reducing ecological impact of production. Non-market valuation techniques are vital in quantifying the welfare effects and guiding these policy decisions. This study will apply these concepts and principles to a South African context, more specifically the Robinson Deep landfill site located near several informal settlements such as Terfontein and Boysen's informal settlement, resulting in the residents being exposed to significant amount of air and water pollution. The Johannesburg City Council has proposed a waste recycling program which suggests a positive pathway forward with the creation of job opportunities and improved living conditions for those around the Robinson Deep landfill site. This therefore allows us to assess the welfare effects of reduced pollution in the area as a result of new policy decisions and provide options for improved policy. The research problem is the welfare loss experienced by households living near the Robinson Deep landfill site due to exposure to pollution and limited access to waste management services, and how policy can reduce this loss. Consumption of contaminated water and air near the mine could lead to severe health consequences for current and future generations of the local population. Health issues such as lung cancer and cardiovascular disease are some of the effects of exposure to pollution. This problem highlights the urgent need for reformed environmental policies and better service delivery in Johannesburg. The problem is further extended as existing research studies show that there are significant dangers associated with the pollution faced by the residents living near mine factories and dumping sites. However, there's minimal effort put into plan of action for improvement from the government bodies. The objectives of the study are to evaluate the potential welfare effects of reduced pollution resulting from the proposed waste recycling program in the city of Johannesburg, assess the economic and social benefits of reduced pollution for the nearby communities of the Robinson Deep landfill site, and provide evidence-based policy recommendations. Our proposed policy options include waste recycling initiatives, extended producer responsibility, environmental health monitoring, economic incentives, public-private partnerships, and improved water infrastructure. Waste recycling initiatives aim to reduce waste and improve sanitation. This is accomplished by separating the waste at source through collaboration with local recyclers. Recycling waste creates jobs for informal communities, a cleaner environment, and supports a circular economy. Extended producer responsibility schemes make producers take accountability for the life cycle and manage the environmental impact of their products, therefore internalizing waste management costs and reducing negative externalities. These are accomplished by shifting the cost of the burden to the producers. The goal of environmental health monitoring is to promote recycling attitudes and empower local communities. This is accomplished by monitoring local pollution levels and running awareness campaigns.
Waste levies and sustainability subsidies encourage responsible production and investment in green technologies by reducing pollution through cost internalization. Partnerships between the state, NGOs, and private waste firms improve waste collection efficiency, enhance access to technical knowledge and innovation, and increase private investment in waste infrastructure. Providing communities affected by industrial waste with clean water via the simple installation of taps and water tankers both protects the health and improves the welfare of people living near waste dump sites. The valuation techniques used were the contingent valuation method, complemented by a cost-benefit analysis, and the hedonic pricing model and dose-response models for supporting methods. The contingent valuation method involves directly asking residents their willingness to pay for improved waste management or willingness to accept compensation for current pollution exposure. A structured survey can be conducted among households around Robertson Deep, describing the expected improvements such as cleaner air, less odor, reduced disease incidence, and asking their maximum willingness to pay for these changes, or a minimum willingness to accept. This method captures non-market values of environmental goods, such as clean air and health benefits, which are not reflected in market prices. The estimated monetary benefits from the contingent valuation method, such as reduced healthcare costs, productivity gains, and improved quality of life, will be compared to the costs of implementing recycling infrastructure and monitoring systems. A positive net benefit would justify policy investment. If sufficient data is available on the surrounding areas, the hedonic pricing method could estimate how distance to the dump sites affects property value, serving as a complementary measure of welfare loss. Additionally, dose-response health models could help quantify reductions in pollution-related diseases, or they can be used to assess the economic value of pollution damage. These methods enhance the reliability of the data and support evidence-based decision-making for government environmental policy planning. The advantages of the previously stated methods include the ability to quantify social welfare gain, they guide informative waste policy, and identify efficient resource and budget allocations. There are, however, certain limitations in the form of biases, such as a hypothetical bias where respondents may overstate willingness to pay or understate willingness to accept in non-real payment scenarios due to the nature of the question being hypothetical and not actual. There is a strategic bias where individuals may understate willingness to pay to avoid potential payment obligations or overstate willingness to accept to potentially gain more than actually required to benefit from the influenced outcome. There is also an information bias where responses depend on how clearly environmental benefits are described and the degree to which the individuals answering understand the consequences. To address these biases and challenges, the survey design must be tested vigorously and contain realistic payment methods and debriefing questions to validate the responses. These analysis methods and resulting policy recommendations align perfectly with South Africa's national waste management strategy. Local recycling initiatives that support national sustainability goals directly symbolize the focuses on waste minimization, social inclusion, and creation of a circular economy. In conclusion, the implementation of a waste recycling program near the Robinson Deep landfill site, partnered with efficient and inclusive policy, will significantly improve the social welfare of the community by greatly reducing pollution while simultaneously improving public health and job opportunity. The inclusion of a contingent valuation method and a cost-benefit analysis provide real-time evidence to support and guide sustainable policy decisions for the future of Johannesburg and can serve as a role model for other cities around South Africa and the world.